What's the most important thing for society? Stability. That's when almost everyone in the lower section of it is content with or resigned to being what they are. And the top part, the elite, is safe and unchallenged in its position, externally and internally. Externally is a subject matter for another lecture, but let's talk about methods of securing the elite's position internally, sort of protecting it against its own society, against any perturbations or internal ferments. There are all sorts of ways the elites achieve this. They may keep the society frightened, sadly, quite a popular method, or busy, kind of used in every system, or distracted. Today we're going to discuss how it's done in democracies, how this benign system minimizing internal violence ensures this so desirable internal stability, so that no bubbles strong and large enough are produced down under which could blow the top clean off, and instead a gentle, controlled process of fermentation dissipates the unwanted heat horizontally by infrared radiation, kind of. In fact, I wager you that democracies, seen from space, glow in infrared much brighter than non-democracies. Go check it out, and if you do, I think you'll find I'm right. Anyway, in any system, the social pyramid is a fact of nature. Vast bottom part and narrow top part, no matter what the elites are. Feudal, basically gangsters in shiny metal clothes, plutocratic, oligarchic, military junta, bloody revolutionaries, or a bunch of three-letter agencies. It does not matter. The proportions and the tensions are the same. And the narrow top does what it has to do. Acts to preserve and secure its position externally and internally in the whole structure. This may be done in ways less or more benevolent towards the bottom part. And democracy is the benevolent way. Instead of firing squads and Molotov cocktails, a national squad and a cocktail of identity politics, comedy, and alcohol. No democracy is possible without alcohol. Again, go check. But why don't we let them speak for themselves?
The world is what it is, and what it has to be. Has been, is now, and will always be. We will not change it just for you. You will never get to have, do, or achieve everything you'd like to do. And then you'll die. For your own good, we suggest that you take some OTC painkillers. Want them? What you got? Look me in the eye and pay attention. You feel very, very, very sleepy. Good. Now you're under. You see this vertical line? From the very bottom to the very top of the pyramid? It does not exist. But there is a horizontal line, you see? Left and right. How many of you are frustrated? Me. How many of you feel inferior? How many of you feel insecure, timid, slightly nervous when asked about your own opinions? Have no opinions of your own? How many of you would prefer to be part of the crowd and be strong with the crowd, no matter what the crowd says? Your medicine shall be contempt. You will be able to look down with contempt on those unwashed, unsophisticated, backward people who do not understand modernity, progress and advances that humanity is making. Not that you care for all those advances and progress and stuff. It doesn't really matter to you, but contempt does. You will be able to look at them and feel superior to them. You're in?
Yes.
Wow, fantastic.
Be in. How many of you feel proud of who you are and where you belong? Feel worthy and deserving? Feel right and yet betrayed, downgraded and sidelined by some contriving, malevolent power acting behind the scenes against you? Your medicine shall be hatred. You will see how all the agendas are manipulated and inspired by your arch enemy, the invisible and yet unstoppable power that conspires against you. Because only this explains why you are not who you could be and deserve to be. It's because of them. You're in?
Yes.
Great. Be in. Let the show begin. These shall be your flags.
Wait, what about me? I do not want to despise or hate. I want to discuss things and agree on solutions. Isn't that what democracy is for?
Oh, give me a break.
Yes, I do love football and beer.
Let the show begin.
Everyone, let's go. Two noses.
What did you say? Was that?
Two
Noses!
noses.
There are no people with two noses. Two noses?
Are you crazy?
They never go out.
Never go out!
What are you talking about? Has got two
Leftist propaganda.
Why do you hate them? Why do you oppress them?
We don't.
You do! You do!
You
Fascists! For this distraction and control technique to be effective, it must be unidirectional and unrelenting, to fix people's attention in a stable manner and produce stable social tension and dynamics, and to be able to do it for a long, long time. After all, how many brilliant grand distraction techniques can the elite come up with? And so, the left always advances, and the right always retreats, putting up only a weak token resistance in the process. And so, the latest step forward made by the left must never be the last. There is always another one.
Everyone has got 4 legs.
What did you say? Was that?
4 legs.
No one has 4 legs. No one has 4 legs. Who's got 4 legs?
They never go out.
Never go out!
No one has 4
Rubbish.
legs.
Leftist propaganda.
Why do you hate them? Why do you oppress them?
We don't.
You do! You do!
You
Fascists! This horizontal social opposition is not based on any difference of ideology. It is not based on any opinions or positive emotions on what is good and sensible to do, change or preserve. It only pretends to be. The whole scheme is solely based on the opposing negative emotions fixed at the two extremes, and stemming from the opposing self-images of the two crowds, because only negative emotions are stable enough to serve as the cornerstone for the social edifice. Keep people in constant tension with contempt and hatred on opposite extremes, but at the same time keep them uneasy about their own camp, and especially its leaders. It's a yin and yang of negativity, static, so that the opposing potentials do not clash chaotically, but instead are kept frozen in their contradiction. To achieve this, it must be ensured that the self-identification around the two political flagpoles is not complete. It must be dialed down to some safe level, say 66.6%. To achieve this, the message from the left and right loudspeakers is laced with nonsense. On one side, Vege insectism, stop farting and stop breathing agenda. On the other side, the lizard people of ancient Patagonia and chem skid marks in the sky. And of course, a cherry on top of this embarrassing pie are the really untrustworthy and frankly embarrassing leaders. In short, you can be excused for feeling confused.
Everyone has got a tail.
What did you say? Was that?
A tail.
Nobody has a tail.
Who's got a tail?
They never go out.
Nobody has a tail. That is propaganda.
Why do you hate them?
You do.
You
Fascists. And what exactly do elites do? What elites have to do, which is not meant for your eyes. What is this elaborate distraction scheme designed for? What is it that they do that they don't want you to see? Is it simply collecting paintings or supermodels? Well, no. There are more important things that they have to do to maintain their position. First of all, they must ensure that no grassroots, spontaneous movements are successful and widespread enough to pose any risk to them. And so, all the paths to power, to real power, are channeled and fitted with traps and devices designed to catch the unwary social climbers who do not understand that social advancement is strictly by invitation. Of course, there will be invitations and ladders extended to some selected people. And secondly, they have to make sure that their position is not endangered externally. And they will use literally every means available to them.
No, Eisenhower, we, the military-industrial complex, don't even exist, you see?
And thirdly, but no less crucially, they have to make sure that their economic foundations are well established and providing solid basis for their continuing domination in the future. Like, for example, they may be busy pulling the green flying rug from under the sheiks.
Come on, give it back to me. It's got the picture of me on it. This means it is mine. Now I will be my own sheikh, powered by atom and sun and wind and helium from hell. And you will be paying me for the sunlight.
Pay you for the sunlight? You can't make us do it.
I can, you see. Your operating system for everything, really, will not be supported from tomorrow. Do you want to renew your subscription? Seriously? I can.
Lemurs.
What about us?
What about
traditional
us?
people?
Traditional
With
people.
2 noses,
With 2
4
noses,
legs,
4
and a
legs,
tail.
and a tail.
You are fascists.
But would you really prefer more unsophisticated, straightforward, old-fashioned and heavy-handed ways? I bet you would not. For democracy truly is the benign way. And after all, when the time is near and the hour is full, when the eagle soars to swoop down on the back of the dragon, all these advances of the left will be reversed. Because you see, the left plays the role of a stone, strategically and carefully positioned in the boot of the nation, only to be removed when the time is right. Oh, what a relief.
People are not lemurs. They do not have 4 legs, a tail, or 2 noses. Brothers and sisters, fellow citizens, patriots, will you defend freedom?
And defend freedom you will.